Good morning, everybody, and happy St. Patty's Day. My name's Brittany, and I'm here from Surfing Waves of Light. And I'm drinking my green celery juice. I have my green sweatshirt on. And that's just kind of what happened naturally today. But I woke up this morning to this juice in my fridge, and Greg and I have a system. He makes the smoothies and I make the juices, but I typically wake up later than him. So he surprised me this morning and he made me celery juice. Super nice. And then I was meditating, and my guides came through with some information about partnership. And normally, what I do when I'm meditating is I'll get a good idea and I'll allow it to flow through me in my meditation, and I'll sort of get a download, but I won't relay the message. Well, maybe later I'll relay the message. I'm not always very consistent. So anyway, today my guides asked me, as I was starting to get the download, if I would channel it instead. So thanks to Greg, I don't have to make any juices. And so, not that that matters, but okay, so anyway, I'm going to channel for you on partnership. I believe this is Saint Germain and the Council of 12, with, of course, a little influence from the Arcturian. So let me finish this really quick. I probably should have finished this before I started the video, but I wanted to show you, and it was green. I'm sponsored by celery juice. Greetings, dear beings. We are a council of light, and we are here with you today to speak about partnership. We have been working with this being for many years on relationships and the ideas surrounding relationships. We encouraged her to go through a period of exploration into the kinds of relationships represented in Western media, movies, and television shows. She spent much time watching many different kinds of relationships through this forum. She then had the opportunity to play this out within the world. And she saw the results of that influence. For this being had much pain and suffering over relationships, friendships, romantic partnerships, family ships. And so, by the time we came into her life in a more conscious manner, she was ready and looking for more. She had played out many of the idols. She had unconscious influence of, semi-conscious, we will say, influence of past or simultaneous lifetimes where she held these more traditional relationship roles. She also has a pattern within herself to take on much more responsibility than necessary. This is a trait of mothering individuals, people who want to give. It is very common on your planet and with such good intention. And yet, at this time, we are teaching this being another way of giving, another way of mothering. And that is through being an example. We are asking this being at this time to be an example of a partnership. You see beings that are starting higher frequency businesses through the means of a partnership. And so this being and her beloved partner, Greg, are navigating what it is like to be in a higher frequency, loving relationship as guided by us. What does this mean exactly? In their own words, it is more like a best friendship. It is a foundation of love that occurs with or without the more physical, sexual aspects of a traditional Western relationship. There is room for growth. Both beings are navigating the idea of pushing each other up when new opportunities present, to encourage the other being to grow and shape and change as life is inspiring them. They do not allow for things to go unspoken. They do not assume roles. Of course, they have gone through phases where they have done these types of things, but after much time with them, they are starting to get to a very solid place. They are fostering an energy that is palpable. They are pushing each other up as their passions grow and as greater interest is coming their way. And these moments that these beings are starting to experience now have been the result of much work. We encourage this being to be very honest with her family and friends if her and her partner have a fight or are disagreeing upon something. For they are not trying to put up an illusion that they come home every day and never have upsets or issues, for that is simply not true. But as opposed to hiding those issues or holding anger and resentment around those issues, because of their embrace of the Course in Miracles and other practices, other teachers like that, they are using these experiences of drama, of fighting, of crying, of yelling. They are using these experiences as growing opportunities. They are getting to the root of the issue, either physically or energetically. And it doesn't even always happen immediately. No, no, no. Typically, for these beings, they have to meet something on the head more than once to really come out clear and on the other side. And so while they continue to release these creations, these ego selves that are not truly them, they hold love for when these selves come into their full expression, and they recognize that it is not so real and that it can even be good to play out these expressions. For you can see them so clearly when you are in them. And with the training these beings have had, they are very uncomfortable now with lack of peace. This being does not like the feeling of not having the ease and flow around her life. And so as they continue to cultivate peace of mind within themselves and help each other cultivate peace of mind through their relationship, through respect for their inspirations and needs, and an allowing of putting themselves first, they have weaved a basket of trust and love. They hold space for each other. And these are practices that are becoming habits for these beings. Habits that will support further structures. It is one of the habits that has allowed this being to stick with her morning regimen that has helped her heal tremendously. There were many days that this being was too overcome by grief and sadness, and or sick and lethargic, physically lethargic. And of course, her beloved assisted her as he could. It has been quite a beautiful experience for this being to begin to express unconditional love for another being and have that same energy be sent back to her. And the abundance felt by these beings is incredible, and it is becoming the norm. It is all just a process, dear beings. We wish for you to honor yourselves where you are now. For one day it will be a past memory of fond times. So enjoy the fondness now. Be fond of these moments. Be fond of the little steps you take, for with some time they will become foundations that will drive you into higher and higher realms of consciousness, where we are here holding space for you. Behold your heart. we invite you to receive unconditional love. We thank you for your attention and your experience. Yeah, so that was awesome. Um, yeah, I can still feel the energy pretty strong right now. Um, it's really has been a beautiful experience, and it wasn't always easy for me to ask for that kind of relationship, and it definitely has had taken time to take shape, but it really is. It's a powerful thing. So yeah, love and light to you all. They pretty much did a great job, so I don't need to say anything else. I'm just gonna chill for a bit. Have a beautiful St. Patty's Day. See you next time.